Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to your love forecast with the love Dr. Melissa Joy. We're here to take a little look at what love is in your life, what's going on in your love life, maybe even how you feel about it. And I did a little meditation beforehand, and the word that came up was ornery. And I'm like, what? And then the pre-shuffle cards started flying out, and I can see why. This Eight of Cups, it was talking about a free fall out into nothing. Want to leave this world for a while. Maybe you feel like love has done you a bad turn, okay? But the other two cards that came out, it came out in a clump and a chunk, was the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So talking about desiring reward and fulfillment. This financial, love and money go together, okay? The issue that we've had is choosing them separately, because when we love ourselves and we're nourishing ourselves, what we're putting out into the world is fertile, viable. And I don't mean putting out to try and get attention or whatever. I'm talking about the flow of ourself, the love of ourself going on out. So what we get is the mirror of that as well. Now, what's unique is under that Eight of Cups, some moon cards came out in a little spill too. But what's behind it all, they want you to know, is a new start is coming. A new start is coming, friend. Okay, Pisces? But under this Eight of Cups, this is nothing will come of this situation. So it's letting you know that going and spiraling off into the abyss, going into that dark place, going into the hermit energy, abstaining, removing yourself from life, from joy, from pleasure, is not going to come to anything for you. Okay? And it's going to make you feel really small, as you can see here. You see that? It's going to shrink your world, and that contraction can bring in lots of karma and lessons and life lessons and things that we have to keep paying for. And they're like, why keep paying when you've already paid for who you are? Everything you need is right here. Everything you desire is right here. And this is where we begin. Let me scooch my cup off the screen so we can take a look at you and not me. Anyways, under the Page of Pentacles is the moon card, the cardinal moon, which is double power, dunamis power. This is really going to help you get traction and life support and backing you up. It says, be bold and make the first move. So instead of withdrawing, retreating, and holding yourself back over here, feeling embarrassed, ashamed, spiraling out, spiraling away, dying off, they're saying, let's step forward. And they're like, second that, let's step forward here. You see this delicious, beautiful card. It's like your sun self opening up, your desires inside at such an unlikely time. But where we are at in the calendar right now and the way things are spiraling, they're asking us to go straight into what we desire. Put that first. Especially, you could check out Taurus, like the Taurus Secrets. There was a lot of that going on in there about make the first move of going towards what is your greatest priority. Okay. Now, this is just a background on you and that ornery self. And they're like, let's unkink your works, your inner works, your gears, your parts, your pleasures. So under the Ten of Pentacles, which is another deep dive, but you're going down oxygenating, not running from, but moving towards to bring up the desires and pleasures that you've been saving for a rainy day, that you have been abstaining from. And we're not talking about abstaining from sex, but being that this is love, reading, sex, sexuality, personal power, your power to create, procreate, to connect, all that type of energy has been buried and submerged for a while. They're like long enough that kelp could grow. And they're going, when you keep suppressing desires, they're saying desires requires. Okay. So maybe you think you don't meet the requirements of what it is you want to go after. Maybe you feel like you don't qualify, or that you don't compete, or that you're not on the level of what it is you desire. People, places, things, situations, whatever. We are talking relationships here also, but that orneriness was talking about going into your foundation of where your thoughts and feelings towards yourself are coming from, because the environment around you will begin to, the back of the card is saying, expose that and show it to you in all the facets and stations. And so the Whale has come in with the Ten of Pentacles saying, let your mind take hold of who you are and what it is you truly desire. And with that, you will begin to see the bigger picture of yourself. Sagittarius, which is awesome because we're about to move right and scooch into what is called Sagittarius, but we're actually phasing through a big healing wave, a big wave of healing water. But it's not like something that smashes you like this. It is like a penetration of time, of moving on through, like an escalator or a moving sidewalk, that type of energy. And that spark collides off and your potential begins to open up. That's what I see going on here in your 10 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to throw right on top of this. We're bringing in the Divine Heart Tarot. Ooh. I'm telling you, that's how everything else was. It's like you flipping and you tripping. And it's like all this talk of pleasure, love, appreciation, value, and whatever else. Look at this. That's another. It's a 9 of Pentacles, yeah. And it's bringing in this 2 of Swords, the double-mindedness. They're saying you do not have to choose. Remember, love and money. It's the choosing that begins to put you on the out and the spin and the bigger than, smaller than, the too much, the not enough, the more than enough, all that. It's like, let's do away with enough altogether. Enough with enough. Okay, friend, they're talking about you are plenty, juicy, and divine, and you know who you are and what you like and what is you desire. Time to let it surface, time to let it breathe, to come up to the surface and return to where your life belongs. That was in a little bit of split. Now we'll do away with a lot of this watery aspect you've been dealing with. Behind you is an open window, and you've been pasting things over it, trying to shut the world out. Shutting out what you see, shutting out what you desire. And right here on the split, this 6 of Cups is coming in with 3 of Wands energy. And this is kind of like your divine self, your childlike self, that trusting part of you, the open part of you, bringing all these ships in, all these ships, all these revelations, these inspirations and things that have been happening all the while as you kept trucking and moving right along, maybe abstaining from love and putting it to the side, saying not for me or not for now. Yourself is coming to yourself saying, I see you. I see you. Like I have been seeing you, and here is that Hermit. I have been seeing you. All right. And it's time for you to see you. And they're talking about in your true light, in your matched manner through your mate and with your mate. They're talking about that completing the cycle and entering the spiral, getting out of the things of feeling like justice or judgment or having to be paid or weighed, that type of a thing. You coming up again. Let's get a little bit more for Pisces here. Some of this inspiration, the motivation. Thank you. This is coming on. Look at the bigger picture. The Sagittarius coming to you right away, hot off the press. Y'all, this chart is working. No more work. You could repeat after me if you so choose. I hear, I am ready to receive. I am ready to. Do you see that? To receive. And a king is about being in your station, letting it come to you. Look at this. All these promises you've been making yourself for so long, your plans, your dreams, that sort of thing, the things you've been putting on hold, they're like, done with that. It is time to receive. Doing away with this conservation, the putting off. They're like, it's time to put out, to put up. And it's like, put out that announcement by going out and circulating and being seen and being known, and not showy like, la, 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 here I am. No, it's quiet. It's going out and going to the store instead of staying home. It's like they had me. They're like, girl, I can't brush this curly hair, but they're like, wash your face and stick on some lip gloss. And I'm like, okay. And it's like not being presentable, but they're like, present yourself like you mean it. Like you would if you were feeling good, right? Now, if you've been here before, I went through a bit of a kerfuffle this last year going through cancer, and it wrecked my world, right? And I did have to retreat and withdraw for a while. Maybe you did too, for whatever reason, right? But it's time to surface. It's time to present yourself to the world. And they said, oh, represent. Represent yourself to the world. And you're not some old squid throwing up the cloud of ink. That's what they're talking about here. That is you clouding your insight, okay? So no more work for it. That's the main thing I'm going to stick with here, because if you saw how you wrecked this deck, oh my word. I can't even tell you, but I can tell you there are pairs coming in. Those that are precisely matched and those that are still a little bit apart. Princess of Cups, the Fool, and the 10 of Cups. And that is feeling like you're not ready for love. Remember that you're not ready for the kind of love that it is you are desiring. The complete, the whole, from sun up to sundown and all the way around. It's the whole big thing. The shop bangles. Being seen, transparent, being seen completely for who you are, because that is what was going on over here that you've identified so tightly with in that hanged man, and you've been hung up on is past experiences of how people have seen you and what it has done to you and your soul. But this is no more wounding. The wounding that has been going on here is the perpetuation of running away. They're ready for you to draw near. And that movement of drawing near to life itself, to your delights, to your desires, to your love and your finance, okay, that brings in this divine connection. You're no longer holding off on your promises. You have the resources and the provisions to do your dreams and your desires. It's almost like as you go about living and working and enjoying and earning and spending and whatever else it is, letting it come to you, the fullness of life, that desired partner is going to come right on in. It's just but a blink. Your development is here. You're on the cusp, and I'm ready for you, Pisces. You on the cusp. All right. Well, I love you. If you like this, you could, what is that called? Like, share, and subscribe. You could also leave your comments or compliments down below. Help us rise to the top and stop back by. You could check out the other signs, maybe even that Taurus, the Taurus love or the Taurus secrets. There's something in there for you maybe. Okay. I love you. Talk soon. Bye.